glad you're better on your fate.
Good to see you too.
We catch up with them a couple years later, and last we saw them, there was sort of an uneasy truce. Maybe they could have lived in the same community, and Negan could have raised his family, and all would have been maybe okay. Unfortunately, that's not how the story went. And so we now are going to catch up to our characters with Dead City a couple years later. And Maggie has to track down Negan because she needs his help, unfortunately. Probably the last person that she wants to be dealing with. And in those 2 years, I think Maggie is, you can tell me how wrong I am, has just come to a place where she is reminded daily about the Glenn situation in dealing with Herschel. And now she has to go to this guy that, wounds are fresh. As much as it pains her to have to go to Negan for help, he is the one man that can help her in this situation.
Yeah, I think that was really
Is that okay?
But thank you.
A few weeks back, I got raided.
They took your kid.
It's been really nice to know that whatever she knew she wouldn't be able to do, as we sort of in our conversation that Negan and Maggie have at the end of Walking Dead, that maybe there's something the other side of what we look at here from going kind of back in and through, that we'll get to some true understanding of each other. It's definitely the goal, but it's still very tense.
Look, I think they could kill each other at any minute. Watching the show last night with the audience, you see it kind of in a different light than, watching it at home by yourself, and you're looking at other things like color correction and sound and visual effects. And to see it last night with an audience and kind of really pay attention to it and what's going on in the scenes. What I kind of find so fascinating is that I feel like Maggie can stab him at any given moment. That, to me, that relationship is very interesting. And then throughout the show, we have these moments where they almost connect. Like there may be something that both of them see in each other that they understand, but within a scene, that's gone, and it's back to the hatred again. So it's been fun just kind of getting to push those boundaries and play with that in a way that we never got to on the main show because we just never had the time. And now here suddenly they are together, and they are together a lot, and they are going to have to deal with it. And that's kind of the fun of the show.
That's what's always interesting about any pairing on television. You see chemistry and people that are platonic partners in crime, cop shows, lawyer shows, all kinds of things, and we're really lucky, and we're really glad that we have a kind of bond and connection and interest that makes it possible to do something so dramatic, because that's the soil of all the good story. So it is funny because people always wanted to go somewhere, and it's kind of a reductive place to take it to.
But there is chemistry in it. There definitely is.
What they bring out in each other and what they trigger in each other. There's such a boiling well of unease for people in this life that to unlock and permit like a little bit of light or another way to see somebody makes it almost impossible to keep yourself structured enough to just take one step in front of another. The only reason that I'm going back into the belly of the beast is in some ways the need I have from him to go find my son, and the only person I have left. And then when I'm there, when I'm doing it, it's like, is there also this other reason, this other thing that's throwing me back into the biggest hurt and the most impactful, inciting incident of Maggie's life, to say like the only way out is through. And so that's like when people ask these questions of forgiveness or what their relationship's going to look like, it's like, I don't even think they know. I think fate is sort of smashing these two people together with all their problems and their uncertainty and these like just all these things that can really in some ways only be answered by their connection to each other.
I think they could end up together.